Good morning. It is June 21st. I have gotten out of the habit of doing these every morning. Again, it's a real look for me. I actually got up. I'm trying to do lifting and actual workout videos kind of thing, half an hour-ish, 3 times a week-ish, whatever. Anyway, so I got up, I did that this morning. It was pretty hot, so I actually didn't go walk when I got up. It was already in the 80s. My plan is to get in the pool and do some swimming and moving around that way today. I did work out. I did my weights and stuff, and then I made my lovely green tea with lemon, apple cider vinegar, and raspberry lemonade collagen powder. So enjoying that this morning. Have not been doing that great on my diet. I really need to work on that. My weight is not changing at all. I'm just not. I'm not losing any weight. I'm gaining weight, or I'm maintaining. And according to the Fitbit calculations and stuff, I'm technically overweight now, and my BMI is high. On the flip side, it was really nice because my muscle density and my bone density are both high, which is good. So weight bad, bone and muscle good. So I'm assuming that basically what's happening, I'm just not getting rid of the fat. Might be because I'm still eating bread, carbs once in a while. So I went to Chick-fil-A the other night and had a wrap and a shake, and woke up the next morning 3 pounds heavier, kind of thing. So I don't do that on a daily basis, but when I do, it just impacts me tremendously. I have a lot of things going on, working on my Bible study in Ezekiel. That's going really well every day, getting up and doing a session on the Bible Project Classroom. Or actually, the Bible Project Classroom is kind of like a college class. So it doesn't really go into detail necessarily on every chapter. So sometimes I will, if we skip over something in the classroom, I will go back, and for one of my mornings, I'll do a chapter and just go through it, either with a study aid or on my own. And that's been really good. Ezekiel is pretty dense stuff. In the classroom, he talked about yesterday about the fact that, like, if you want to hear about the love and the mercy and the grace and the just really good feelings of God, read Jeremiah. If you reading Ezekiel, though, you don't get that. You get a lot of the judgment, the oracles against the nations. But I don't know. I still see that God is very just in Ezekiel. And so to all nations, not just Israel, to all nations, he gives the opportunity to hear and to repent and to follow him. And then to follow the consequences if they don't, including Israel and Judah. You choose God, or you live with the consequences of not choosing God, which for those nations was constant siege and being taken over, being taken captive. And in that day and time, it was very common to take the people from a nation, either completely destroy them or to take them to other lands and spread them out and basically homogenize them with the other cultures so that their culture no longer existed. So, which means that, it's really amazing that the Jewish nation and Israel still exists today, because not a lot of the ancient civilizations were able to do that, which just shows that there is something special about the the Jews and about Israel, in my mind anyway. We don't still have, Edomites and Amalekites and Philistines, and we just don't have all those different nations. Babylon doesn't still exist, and Assyria isn't still a nation. But anyway, so in the book of Ezekiel, all those things are talked about. And I think that I'm just learning that, like, God is just. And he's not without mercy and grace. And he wants us to follow him. And he wants us to be blessed by following him. And he wants us to impact the rest of the world. But if we're not going to do that, if we're choosing not to do that, that the consequences still exist. You don't get to say, I'm not going to follow you, and not have any consequences. It just doesn't work that way. If God is not for you, you're on your own. And if you're on your own, you just don't have a chance. And I see that with the nations, God used them by just kind of allowing the natural consequences of greed and selfishness and desire for power by the kings and the rulers and the nations that existed. And without God's protection, you're just open to all that, and to be overrun and overtaken by the greed of other people and other nations. And so in some ways, I see it as almost like consequences that are just natural for the human race. Without God, we just destroy ourselves and each other. With God's protection and following God and walking in his ways, we rise above that. And not only that, we have different purpose and different reasons for being here and for thriving and doing what we do. So anyway, that's Ezekiel. About, I don't know, I'm in like 36. I don't remember how many chapters it is. It is a long book as well. So this has been a year-long venture for me, trying to get through the book of Ezekiel without just listening to it on tape and having it go in one ear, out the other ear, but actually studying it and reading it and looking at its themes and what things were repetitive in it. And there is a lot of that. There's a lot of repetition. Throughout the entire book, it seems like every chapter, he's like saying, I'm going to do this. I will act, God says, and I will do it. And they will know that I am the Lord. And that's still for us today, not just then, but for us today. God will act. God will do it. And we will, at some point, confess that he is Lord. And it promises that in the New Testament as well. Every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that he is Lord. So just depends on when you do it. So anyway, so that's the Bible study. The kids are in and out of town for most of the summer, thinking about a trip to Vegas in July. Trying not to let more than 3 months go every time I see, in between times of seeing Lily. I know that she and I probably won't be as close as I am with my other granddaughters, but because she lives so far away. But I don't want her to feel like I'm a stranger either. So I want to be around enough that as she's growing up, she feels comfortable with me. And she knows I'm grandma, I'm safe. And I don't know, hopefully as she gets a little older, then she can come spend time here, and that'll help as well. So anyway, that's my day. Also, one last note to remind myself to follow through if I don't, is creatine. Heard a thing about creatine. Elizabeth's taking creatine. I just heard about it for the first time. I don't know, maybe I heard about creatine before and it just went kind of here and there because it seems to have been something that bodybuilders took in the past, but is also apparently a very good supplement. So I want to look into creatine. I want to go to the super supplement store. Those are goals for myself this summer. find out about creatine, find a good quality creatine, go to the supplement store, find out if you can get a body scan there for free, and try out their smoothie bar. Anyway, goals, put them in this vlog, so hopefully I remember when I look back at it, if I haven't followed through yet to push through on those. All right, have a great day. Stay healthy and strong.